Hello, YouTube. It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, retired, former multi-division world champion, former Olympic gold medalist, superstar boxer, who retired 32-0, undefeated, turned colorful analyst, works for Top Rank and ESPN, Andre S.O.G. Ward. He was featured on another boxing analyst show on ESPN called Max on Boxing with Max Kellerman. Andre Ward was asked about what's his thoughts on undefeated lightweight rising Mexican superstar title contender King Ryan Garcia having the opportunity to face off against 8-division world champion Filipino superstar iconic boxer Manny Pacquiao. And Andre Ward, he had this to say. Andre Ward stated that he don't know what's the direction they're going in with Ryan Garcia's career. He says he has to question former Olympic gold medalist, former 5-division world champion turned promoter and CEO of Golden Boy Promotions, Oscar the Golden Boy De La Hoya. He says that I have to question Oscar De La Hoya's motive. What's his direction? Does he know what he's doing? He says you put Ryan Garcia in the ring with Manny Pacquiao, and then one left hand from Manny Pacquiao could essentially end Ryan Garcia's career. Why would you do that to a kid that's just turned 22 years of age? He says he has his whole career ahead of him. Why would you risk putting him in the ring with Manny Pacquiao? And also, he stated that Ryan Garcia has to back up all the talk he's been talking surrounding his weight class with the other undefeated superstars like unified lightweight world champion superstar boxer Teofimo Lopez, undefeated WBC lightweight world champion superstar boxer Devin the Dream Haney, and undefeated 2-division world champion superstar boxer Gervonta Tank Davis. He says that he's been talking a lot of talk, a lot of smack essentially towards these guys, and he's not backing it up. When he has the opportunity to face off against these guys and prove and back up all the talk that he's been talking, you have to do that. He says that I don't understand him going into a fight with Manny Pacquiao. And then Max Kellerman, he stated that, well, you can understand that Manny Pacquiao represents the biggest payday for King Ryan Garcia in his career. And Andre Ward said, yeah, I get that. But still, at the end of the day, he's been doing a lot of smack talking towards the other, welterweight, lightweights in his division. And you gotta back it up. You gotta prove it, right? And he says that going in there with Manny Pacquiao is a deal breaker. It's a career ender, okay? Manny Pacquiao is seasoned. Manny Pacquiao is experienced. Manny Pacquiao knows what to do in the ring. He says Ryan Garcia in the ring, stylistically, is tailor-made for Manny Pacquiao. And I have to agree with that as well. Because Ryan Garcia has very slow feet. He does have fast hands. He is rangy. He is tall. He does have power in both hands. As Max Kellerman said, well, he is rangy. He's tall, and he has speed and power. Yeah, but that don't, that don't equate when you're dealing with Manny Pacquiao, who's been in the ring with guys that are, very athletic, who have very fast hands, who have power in both hands. Manny Pacquiao's been there, done that, seen it. Manny Pacquiao has, 67 wins in his career. And he has, he's been knocked out 3 times. He's lost 7 times, I believe. He has draws on his. He's just been in the ring. He's been around the block a few times, to say the very least. Okay, so with that said, Manny Pacquiao would know what adjustment it would take to land that left hand that he's, so known for, right? What's his signature punch on Ryan Garcia? Even though Ryan Garcia stands at 5'10". With a 70-inch arm reach. Manny Pacquiao at 5'5", 5'6", with a 67-inch arm reach. But Manny Pacquiao is accustomed to being a smaller guy. He's accustomed to have to making adjustments to guys who are far more rangy, who have speed, who have power. And he does so with his feet, So eventually, I believe that Manny Pacquiao would land that left hand, and it could be a devastating left hand. And like Andre Ward said, this essentially could end Ryan Garcia's career. Now, I'm of the belief that this is a dream come true. I think that Ryan Garcia looks at the landscape of boxing as a means to something bigger, okay? He's already stated that he has about 5 more years in the sport of boxing. He's already stated that, he has his sights set on, bigger things and using his platform to, affect change in the world outside of the sport of boxing. So I don't believe he's that is so invested in the sport of boxing, his legacy for a long duration of time. I think that, he's just looking to, make a statement in the sport of boxing, make money, obviously, in the sport of boxing, build a quick legacy, and then get out the sport of boxing, right? At 22 years old, he's already talking about he got 5 years in the sport. That would be him retiring at 27 years old, 28 years old, in the absolute prime of his career. So, he's already seemed to have 1 foot in, 1 foot out of the sport of boxing. People already view him as an Instagram model more so than an actual boxer, okay? And Ryan Garcia, he doesn't take too light to that. He states that, he wants to prove that he's not just an Instagram model, it's boxing first. But when you making comments and you're stating that, you got 5 years in the sport of boxing and you already got your sights set on other things outside of the sport of boxing, and you're doing huge deals with Gatorade and so on and such, then one has to wonder, are you truly 1,000% committed to the sport of boxing? So with that said, Ryan Garcia, in my opinion, like Andre Ward said, is tailor-made for Manny Pacquiao, okay? Manny Pacquiao has very, very quick feet. He's very awkward, and he has a lot of power. And then we know, yes, he is 20 years older than Ryan Garcia at 42 years old. But guess what? The last thing to go in the sport of boxing is your power. And Manny Pacquiao has a lot of power. So I believe that, and not to mention, Ryan Garcia, he has one significant fight in his entire career, and that was his last fight against a Southpaw Olympic gold medalist, British superstar lightweight title contender in Luke Campbell. And Luke Campbell feinted to the body, came across with the left hook, and was dropped Ryan Garcia with a sweeping left hook that he didn't see. And Luke Campbell was still landing that punch throughout the fight. He just didn't commit to it as he did when he first landed it. He thought that Ryan Garcia was going to make adjustments, and Luke Campbell, he made adjustments on the defensive end that he didn't have to, okay? And so you have to take into account that Manny Pacquiao is a far stronger, far quicker, far more skilled, far more seasoned version of Luke Campbell. Now, he's not as big as Luke Campbell, so I think that Ryan Garcia had an issue with judging the distance, because Ryan Garcia is used to having the height and reach advantage. In this fight, Luke Campbell is 5'10", 5'9", 5'10" himself, with a 70-inch arm reach. So they were looking in the mirror, essentially, as far as the physical attributes go. And I think that Ryan Garcia is used to being out of range with most of his fights. But with that said, he will be out of range, but Manny Pacquiao can close the gap and close the distance so quick that Ryan Garcia won't realize it. And as of right now, Ryan Garcia, he just doesn't judge distance too well. So I believe that Manny Pacquiao's skill set, Manny Pacquiao's ability to make adjustments, his awkwardness, I have to agree with Andre Ward. He will land that left hand, and he will knock out Ryan Garcia. Now, I do agree with Andre Ward as well when it comes to Ryan Garcia, calling out all these fighters. He said that he was going to go to the mountaintops and scream from the mountaintops that he wanted Gervonta Tank Davis. He would knock him out in 2 rounds. Well, you got to back that up. Those fights are very, very doable, okay? Yes, we understand that Manny Pacquiao possibly swooped in and offered his services after he heard Ryan Garcia say it was a dream scenario for him to fight Manny Pacquiao. And Ryan Garcia says that he got to secure a fight with Manny Pacquiao because Manny Pacquiao is 42 years old, and the opportunity is not going to be there much longer. When the opportunity to fight Devin Haney, Tank Davis, Teofimo Lopez, because the oldest one is 26, the opportunity is going to be there far longer than Manny Pacquiao, the opportunity to fight Manny Pacquiao. But, you fought Luke Campbell to be Devin Haney's mandatory, and you're not fighting Devin Haney, okay? And now we know that Manny Pacquiao has essentially walked away from the negotiation table, and I believe that Manny Pacquiao started to hear, the feedback that he got for even entertaining the fight with Ryan Garcia. That's another thing Andre Ward stated. He stated that what is Manny Pacquiao doing as well? Because Manny Pacquiao has legacy fights right there in his division that were unification bouts. If he would have, set his sights on the fights with a undefeated 3-division world champion who currently is the WBO welterweight world champion and is widely considered the best fight in the world in Terrence Crawford. And then he has what is considered the number 2 best fight in the world, undefeated unified WBC IBF welterweight world champion superstar boxer Earl True Spence Jr. And he was the WBA champion. So those are unification bouts that would have given Manny Pacquiao the opportunity to essentially do something he's never done in his career and become undisputed. But he chose to go and focus on UFC superstar, legendary, iconic fighter in Conor McGregor, who was knocked out in his rematch with Dustin Poirier, and then Ryan Garcia. And then one has to wonder, what's the direction for Manny Pacquiao? Is he just seemingly looking to cash out at this point in time? Who knows? But I believe that Ryan Garcia getting in the ring with Manny Pacquiao, his career will be ended before it gets started, truly gets started, because the fights that everybody want to see is him versus the young fighters, not him versus Manny Pacquiao, who also is 2 divisions above him. So I agree with Andre wholeheartedly. But let's see how this unfolds and plays out. That's all I got for y'all. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.